The world of tools is evolving every single year, and so much of the emphasis has been put on making tools more ergonomic. It relieves a lot of the stress and strain on the body, relieves a lot of the strain on the joints, and it also makes gardening a lot more fun. Here's a few that I want to point out today. This is the Radius Ergonomic Cultivator, and I love these tools. This is a go-to tool for me in the garden. It's got these wonderful 3 really rigid fingers. These tools are super strong. I like to use this for all kinds of weeding functions, also for oxygenating the roots, basic cultivation. It makes the plants happier. It makes your weeding job a lot easier too. This is the Radius Ergonomic Scooper. And so this is a tool that's not quite as big as a shovel. It's also a little bit larger than a trowel. I like to use this when I'm transferring potting media from the bag into the container. This is also a tool that can be used for almost anything. I love grilling outside. I also like to use this tool for scooping the coals at the end of the day out of my grill, and then also for just moving bulk substrate around. So whether or not it's sand, perlite, etc. If you've got a really nice, well-cultivated garden area, I actually like to use this to move bulk soil around from planting larger containers. This is another tool that I think every gardener should have. This is the Ergonomic Transplanter. You'll notice here it's got depth marks on it, so when you're planting your bulbs, you know exactly how deep to plant them. I also use this when I'm planting seeds a lot. It's a very long-reach tool. Once again, this wonderful ergonomic handle. So with this motion right there, it's not going to strain your wrist. Wonderful tool. One thing that we hate doing as gardeners is weeding, and finding a great weeder that's well designed for the task is so important. It's a totally new and different take on a weeding implement. It's got these wonderful serrated edges, and I like to use this if I'm removing really tough weeds like dandelions, where we can get down in there beside that taproot and excavate it. As we know as gardeners, if we don't get the entirety of that root out, you're simply going to have more baby dandelions. In some cases, it's going to make your job even harder. This tool, perfectly well designed for that. It's a great ergonomic weeder. And finally, last but not least, is the ergonomic trowel. This is, of course, the obligatory gardening tool. Every gardener has one. This one's unbeatable. So for your everyday transplanting of annuals, basic planting, putting seeds out, small bulbs, almost anything you can imagine, you've got to have a trowel in your tool bag. I guarantee you, you won't find a better one than this.